The Hive is a residential tower that merges two design concepts, circulation and transportation, where the interior circulation is brought to the exterior through the use of a gondola system. The Hive reimagines the conventional building core where there are typically elevators and fire stairs are now brought to the exterior. Residential units are accessed through an exterior vertical park and gondola system which also connects to the surrounding community and transportation hubs in an effort to increase mobility for low-income households. The project's gondola system will be financed by the Metropolitan Transportation Authority and the New York City Department of Transportation as a first prototype to try and connect the system to a residential building. The building itself will be financed by a private developer that has a similar portfolio of buildings of such ambition. The gondola system will provide a revenue stream from small ticket fees for the public to use, similar to other MTA modes of transportation.
Our project is based on the idea of radical intervention at three different levels: low, medium, and high. The low intervention scale adds new cafes on the ground level of an existing building, as well as additional classroom and hangout spaces next to the childcare center. The medium scale enhances spaces on the rooftop and replaces some units with the new public spaces such as theaters, bars, and sky lobbies. The high intervention infiltrates the Farragut building radically, creating a new atrium next to the circulation core, which is surrounded by vertically programmed exercise and workspaces. We imagined that this project would go through rounds of funding from NYCHA, public-private partnerships, New York education departments, and other grants and investments with an agenda to revitalize this neighborhood with amenity-enriched spaces. Our Spire on site participates in this revitalization agenda, as all the units taken out from the Farragut buildings are relocated into the Spire.
In developing the existing Farragut site, we wanted to ensure that the local community was heavily involved in the design process. We created a carving system that affords a more open typology to residents by wrapping around a new residential tower and extending to the ground and existing towers. Connection to these carved spaces provide units with access to multi-level exterior circulation and community space where residents are encouraged to activate their surroundings through social and cultural gathering. The typical residential unit in the main tower consists of movable modular pods that allow residents to actively organize their interior living space. New electrical tracks had to be installed in each tower in order to make this ideation feasible. When determining how to carve the existing Farragut towers, we consulted the Farragut population with an extensive survey that assessed their living needs. Alteration to the existing towers were based off of an additive and subtractive process that can be adapted accordingly, ensuring that residents have an active hand in their community's revitalization. The resources afforded by the carving system intend to merge with the existing Farragut community while providing new spatial conditions and agency in creative infrastructure.
What appears as a playful pile of junk is in fact a collection of precious items that represent the home. Objects that are not typically seen together, but inspired by the site's context, coexist in a non-hierarchical fashion and vary in density as they fall off the pile and start to interact with their surroundings. An external stair allows residents and the public to circulate up, under, and around the structure and access the public programs that live on the perimeter of the pile. This proposal transforms the comfort of suburban living into a playful, dense urban structure while maintaining a sense of ownership in one's home. Unique paths and arrangements of apartments allow for a personal relationship to one's living space while keeping a sense of neighborhood and togetherness. The materials and objects of Brooklyn find themselves living on the pile, allowing for locally sourced construction and a sense of place for the community.
In response to the need of leisure, recreation, and landscape, our project wants to bring vibrant and diverse into the community. A circulation path with bicycle lanes weaving throughout the Farragut and our building, with the stops of different recreation space such as rock climbing, skateboarding, zipline, etc. There are several green roofs in our building and also outdoor public space and greenhouse for people in the community to enjoy the natural environment. All this program in our project would enable more interaction with people in the community. Overall, our project wants to shape a living space that manifests the rights of the people in the community and improves the urban environment.
The web serves as a new network of buildings that would be directly connected to the existing to create a new and improved Farragut master plan. Our concept of connection through the use of fluid geometries and movement helps make this site an area of attraction to make the space safer and exciting for the residents to be a part of. Funding for this project would work in phases. Given that our project conceptually consists of multiple buildings, we focused more on one site to evaluate ways in which we can enrich the value of the community and its residents. Our decision to design a public library as our public program is due to incentives found in land use policies that provide community centers that also incorporate affordable housing. Policies would require the revaluing of land and even the rezoning of land to allow for an increase in affordable housing stock and reduce the cost of realizing a building of this scope. These lower initial costs would help create something that in the end will help boost the economy by providing the assets needed to improve one's value in today's working climate.